Hare Krishna, welcome to the Dham Good Podcast, your favorite Hare Krishna lifestyle podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Prema and Kripa, and this is Kripa! Woohoo! We don't have Narayan today.
Narayan's gone.
I'm mad!
It's currently 4:30.
We're here. Here's the tea. Narayan, do you want to say it or should I? He left. He's gone now. He's given up.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
That's right. Your favorite, everyone's favorite.
Narayan, if you're watching this.
Yeah, you know what you did. He skipped town. He's being investigated. I'm just saying a lot of random stuff.
I'm telling you, we're actually gonna have people react to Narayan after this.
I'm gonna clickbait this and be like, Narayan's in trouble with the FBI or something. And it's just you and me talking about random stuff.
We don't even know what we're gonna talk about there.
No. Narayan is busy, he'll be back.
We're winging this.
So how are you? How's life?
I'm good.
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there, tired, but...
Mm-hmm. You work for ISKCON Education, right?
Yes, ISKCON Ministry of Education.
Yes. The ISKCON Ministry of Education. That's fancy.
That's right.
Do you have any Ministry of Education tea? Just letting you know, Narayan never falls for this. He always says, no, there's no tea, and then...
Yeah, exactly. I was...
You got... So, just for the audience. Got any tea?
Well, now I'm gonna say a bunch of stuff right now, and you can just bleep out my mouth as I'm saying it, so it sounds like I'm telling you a bunch of tea.
Okay.
And
that was fascinating. Let me ask you, I do have a question though, that I always wondered. ISKCON Ministry of Education, is that just devotional education, or do they also deal with ISKCON schools? Or is it all of it?
It's mostly to do with the whole, well, we're trying to expand, because it's an old ministry, it's been there since Prabhupada's time, but it's trying to expand it right now. It's mostly dealing with the Shastri degrees. So bhakti Shastri, like that,
right.
Standardizing that, and standardizing examinations for those degrees.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does cover and support different institutions, and now keeping tabs on all the institutions and everything. But that's mostly is to do with the Shastri degrees.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. I always wondered. My week was good.
What was it like?
I started, this is so stupid, and I feel like an idiot when I say this, and people laugh at me whenever I say this, and it's been like this my whole life. I don't know why. I don't know if people look at me and they think that I'm not a person that should be doing this activity. I'm going to tell you right now. So I started taking dance class again. See, you want to laugh!
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just
trying not to react.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I started back Odissi dance class. So I've always wanted to dance, and then in 2018, I started taking dance classes. And I learned 2 dances, and I never performed it because I got pregnant. And then everyone was it taken me so long to get pregnant. So everyone was like, you need to be on bed rest. You can't be jumping around on the stage and all this stuff. So I had to quit dance class. Then I had a baby, COVID, gained a bunch of weight. And it's taken me all this time to lose all that weight and get to a place where I felt like I was physically able to take class. So I started again, and I had my second class today. My legs are it feels like jello. It's just do you know what I'm saying? It's shaking. I feel chilly like you, and I'm just toughing it out because I don't want to go upstairs and get a cheddar. I would rather sit here and freeze to death than go get a cheddar because my legs are killing me. It's killing me. And I'm just what if I'm too old for this? I don't know. And then I got there, and there's like a bunch of 50-year-old ladies like taking the class, and they're there like that day or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they're just dancing away, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Talking about it, I started doing workout.
You started working out. Look at you. I see those gains.
You do, or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that. You're wearing a sweater. I can't see. I was trying to puff you up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How long you been working out?
I just started this week.
Okay. How do you feel? Are you in pain?
A bit.
A little bit, right?
Sore.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I'm hoping that you and I both will get over the. You know what? In like a month, we're gonna see those gains. Summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime. Let's go. It's gonna happen for us. I think so. We're gonna look so good. Maybe not me, but you for sure. I mean, you look fine now. I'm not saying you don't look good, but I'm just saying, you know, the gains. The gains. Yeah, we're here for the energy. So, do you have a getting to know you question?
Well, my getting to know you question is it's a very, how should I say ironic question. My getting to know you question is, when you're trying to get to know someone, what is the first thing you usually ask?
Oh, that's a good question. When I'm trying to get to know someone, what's the first thing I ask? When I want to get to know somebody, because usually I don't want to get to know anybody. Just kidding. I'm joking. Are we talking about like dating, or are we talking about friendship, or I'm just trying to pass the time and here's a person next to me? What are we talking here? Because each scenario is different.
It's true. It is. We'll pick one.
Okay. The first thing you would ask, their name. After the name, after the obvious things.
Name, where are you from? Da, 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 da.
Yeah. After all that, how many siblings do you have? What do you do for a living? I think you can tell a lot about a person by what they consume. So, I mean, something as simple as, what shows do you like to watch? You know?
Okay.
You could tell a lot about a person. I mean, this is on my mind because, I watch a lot of the H3 podcast, right? And I'm on their subreddit every day. Mm-hmm. And in the subreddit, so there's this whole thing out right now going on in those communities about Andrew Tate. I don't know if you've heard of Andrew Tate.
Of course I have.
So he is a terrible person, and he's currently in jail for allegedly, human trafficking, right? So there's a lot of ladies, for a long time, they would say, what do you think about, when they're getting to know somebody, they'll say, what do you think about Andrew Tate? And if the guy's like, he's, the best, and, blah, 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 then immediately it's like, nope,
red flag.
Bad, red flag, get away, So, yeah, you can tell a lot by what people consume. And if they're consuming guys like that, clear out. They're no good for you. You're going to end up in a dungeon somewhere on somebody's sad webcam service. Run away. So I think that would be something good. Okay. What movies do you watch? Or do you follow X, Y, and Z? What do you think about blah, blah, blah? Yeah, you could tell a lot by just seeing what people consume. Even like less crazy things than that. If you say, what kind of movies do you like to watch? And they strictly watch like horror movies or like gory, disgusting things, and you like, comedies and rom-coms, I mean, like, you probably won't have anything in common. You know what I mean? Like, you'll want to sit down and watch Bridesmaids, and they want to watch someone have their brains cut open and eaten or whatever. You're like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have a relaxing Friday night.
Yeah.
So, I think that would be something to ask somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of music do you listen to? Yeah. What do you like watching on YouTube? Who do you subscribe to? And then they're like, the Dham Good podcast.
Well, then you know that's one.
Then you know that's a keeper.
That's the keeper.
Lock them up right then and there. Marry them. Put the ring on it. Wife them up. Or husband them up. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn good.
The Dham Good podcast.
Subscribe.
Yeah. So what about you? What did you think? Like about, what's the first thing you would ask somebody?
Yeah, so I mean, okay, yeah, but once again, besides all the obvious name, where you from,
Yeah.
blah, 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 I guess it's more like I try to, what do you do for a living, I feel?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, like, well, not even for a living, what do you do? So, like, for a living and also in their free time.
Oh, like what hobbies do they have?
Because it shows what kind of person they are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what they do, like, and you kind of get an idea of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, that kind of opens up like doors to like get deeper into like discussing that. You know, okay, how'd you get into that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this? And then if you know something about that, then okay, what do you think about this guy? You know, like, and then kind of link it all up and kind of.
Mm-hmm. Or even if you're like open to it, like maybe it could be an interest for you too. Like if you know nothing about
Right.
knitting and you meet somebody that knows how to knit,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
you knitted that scarf or whatever. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, woodworking or
Yeah.
something.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting one. Hobbies. And I think it's also important, like, for people to have their own interests and hobbies in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, when you're meeting somebody as a potential mate, it's good to know that they're kind of their own person and they have their own
Right.
ambitions and
Yes,
goals and
yes.
whatever.
Yes.
And it's not just like they're just like a blank empty space of you know
Whatever happens to be.
whatever fish is swimming in the bowl, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. I know, like when I used to teach in middle school, and like that was always like my number one advice. I was like, just pick up a hobby, like any hobby at all, you know. So yeah, because it makes you more interesting also to people. Like when you know how to do some weird obscure thing like that nobody else knows how to do, then it's
Right.
like, wow, that's really interesting. And people may make fun of you or whatever, like when you're younger, but when you're older, it's actually pretty neat. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a good one.
Right.
Can I ask you something random?
Okay. Go ahead.
It was on my mind.
Go ahead.
You're not prepared for this.
I'm not.
How do you explain dance to an alien? This is not a joke. How would you explain what dance is to an alien?
What?
You're not ready for that. I told you not ready for
How do you
this.
explain?
An alien lands on Earth.
Uh-huh.
They see somebody dancing, and they're like, "What is that?" How do you explain what they're doing?
Okay. So first of all, does that said alien? I'm gonna get kind of nerdy over here.
Okay.
Does that said alien have have a similar motor skills to a human in terms of has a similar physical appearance to a human?
You mean like, are they a blob or are they like
Yeah.
human-like?
Human-like, or at least mammal-like, or maybe reptile-like. But the point is some sort of a resemblance of a species which we could conceptualize. Because the whole idea of having a complete different identity could be something beyond like because we think of legs, we think of arms, mouth, eyes, nose, ears. That's already our conception. If you think of someone being able to see, they've got to have eyes. So maybe they completely different. Like,
I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Yes, I consider the alien humanoid.
humanoid.
They've just never seen dancing in their whole life.
Okay. Do they have a concept of music?
That's a good question. Let's say it's vague.
Like, okay, so they understand the whole conception behind it.
Yes.
So
Because to understand sound, you would understand music, right?
Yeah.
Like sound and music are very.
well, but because again they could. This is, I feel like a bunch of people are already clicking up at this point. Hold on, we're promising it interesting. We don't have a plan, but hold.
It's coming together.
It's coming together. So like
You're overanalyzing
Yeah.
this. How do you describe dance to an alien?
how do I, okay? So basically, just be like
Like, what is dance?
it's moving.
I don't know what dance
Moving
is.
your body.
Uh-huh. See, it's weird.
I mean, I would say moving your body in a way that makes you feel happy, but that can be something else. I'm just saying. Moving your body in, but I guess you don't have to dance to music. Okay, moving your body, oftenly done in a rhythm of a music or beat, and then I would go on to scientific explain dancing. So you know, under releases such and such and such dopamine and hormone in the brain.
But, like,
la, 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 la.
What is dancing? What is it? You know why I'm asking this? So I heard this question, it made me laugh because every time I'm in a kirtan, right, and the music's good, and the mridanga's going, and we're all like, Haribo, Garanga, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna go dance, right? And everyone laughs. And then I go, and then I get up there, and I'm feeling it, and Radha Madhava is there, and I'm like, the mercy, and I'm there, and I'm going, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm doing the spinnings and skirts, like, woo! And then suddenly I'm like, why do we dance? Like, what is this? Like, why are we moving our bodies rhythmically to the beat? Like, I just suddenly, like, I don't know why. I don't know. I should get tested to see if I'm like a little bit autistic or something. Because like, I'll just suddenly stop and be like, why are we doing this? What does this mean?
Well,
When you think about it, it's a little bit.
we could say that about almost anything.
Like,
why
why do we eat? Well, yeah, because we have to feed ourselves. You know, why do we
Why?
sleep? Because we need to recharge our bodies, right? But why do we dance? Like, why do we hear songs and it causes a sensation within our body to like express it physically, like?
Because I mean,
right?
I don't know the.
And then I just sort of tap out after that. I just wander away.
Yeah.
Who am I? How did I get here? What's the purpose of existence?
I guess there is a scientific explanation behind it once again, where it's a release in the brain of certain chemicals, and just like food,
like endorphins or
just like
oxytocin
food,
or
yeah, just like food has nutrients. Even though we don't know the details of the nutrients, we know that.
But you could go your whole life without dancing. Do you dance?
Sure, it's not.
You dance?
Yeah, I dance.
You dance in kirtan?
I dance.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Do you like step on people's toes regularly, like me? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel less alone then.
Yeah.
You dance in kirtan?
I dance in kirtan.
Do you have a step you gotta move?
Just whatever feels right.
Just whatever your heart tells you.
And then you'll be dancing, and then you stop, and then you realize that there's like 20 people just standing and watching, like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah. That never happens to me. That's nice. I like that. I just fall all over people. The ladies' side, I think, is not as organized as the men's side.
Well, because ladies actually get up to dance, like guys, which actually kind of annoys me at kirtan sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that like you look across, and like there's like all the girls, and everyone's there like dancing,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I want to dance, and I look around, and it's just kind of like, you know, you got like one brahmachari there, like, you know, like clapping, and you're just like, come on, like, like try to pull people
or
up.
those bhaktas, the new bhaktas that are there with their like rhythmic dance.
Yeah.
They're dancing because they have to.
And like try to pull people up, and everyone's like, oh, you know, this and that.
And then your friends are kind of like, no.
And you're not gonna go dance alone.
Yeah.
You know. And then you look across, and everyone's there, like,
and the girls are like, woo! Except for me, that like wanders away after 5 minutes. How did we get here?
To be or not to be?
What's the
that is the question.
What's the purpose of existence? I'm telling you, my brain is so random. I don't know why this happens every kirtan. I get up there and I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm feeling it. And it's like, why do we move?
Why are you doing this?
Why are we doing this? There's so much joy and they're so happy. And it's like, but why?
Yeah.
I didn't know you dance.
Yeah.
You ever think about doing like Odissi, like professional dancing? No, not for you.
I told you, I just jump in kirtan, and until people.
You don't think you're graceful?
Until people look at me and be like, "What the heck is this guy doing?"
Oh. Is it really like that on the guy's side?
That's the thing also, like if somebody started dancing, unless everybody's already dancing, and the kirtan really has to be rocking for everyone to be dancing.
Yeah.
But unless everyone's dancing, everyone just kind of looks at you like. Like, okay.
Look at that guy feeling it.
Yeah. Kind of like, yeah, it's like, okay, good on them, but like.
I always felt like the guy's side is pretty consistent with dancing.
Maybe.
But the ladies' side is a mess. I think it's a mess. Because it's always like, you have some ladies that know how to dance and they're all rhythmic, right? And they're in their...
And yeah, so everyone's just like...
And then some Takuma like walks in and is just like, oh, and they're like out of time. They're like this. Right in the middle. And somehow I end up next to the Takuma. And I'm like, am I Takuma? Like...
Why am I here?
How did I get here?
Yeah. So dancing. Well, that was a interesting way it went.
It was just on my mind, and I was like thinking about how weird I am in kirtan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you go for Pusha Abhishek yesterday?
No, I missed it.
Oh, it's like my favorite festival.
Oh, same here, but I had to do something else.
Oh, that's too bad. Pusha Abhishek is for those that don't know, Pusha Abhishek is a festival where they bathe the deities in flowers.
Yeah.
And it's like for me, I don't care about, I'm not going to say I don't care about the other festivals, but it's like my favorite festival. You don't have to fast, okay, which is nice. Yeah. I don't understand like why I have to fast for festivals. I mean, I know I have to, but like it makes it less festive when there's not food around it, you know?
Right.
So these festivals where you don't have to fast, like Pusha Abhishek or like, what's that one that's like the first day of spring?
Vasanta Panchami.
Yeah, Vasanta Panchami or like stuff like that, or like Govardhan Puja, Gopastami, where it's just like a festival. It's a festival of the eyes. You can still eat, so you're not like dying of hunger. Like you can really like just enjoy the moment.
Right.
It's so nice. So like, yeah, and they just like, the devotees, it's beautiful. Like the devotees work all night making these dresses out of flowers, and then you get there and they look amazing, and then they like shower the deities in flowers. And my favorite part is Subhag Maharaj always takes part. And his face just lights up every time he throws the flowers, He's there and he's like, oh. It's like the cutest thing. It's so sweet. And like, it just like, in that moment, it just like feels like the spiritual world,
Right.
It's like the only time I ever feel
Absolutely.
that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try not to miss it, but I'm sure you've noticed, like Mayapur's gotten more and more crowded.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I'm here yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I was also busy with something, but...
Yeah, but it's just so hard. I remember when these festivals were small, and it was just like the community, Even Radha Astami would be like just Mayapur people, and now it's just like every festival. It's packed. It's packed. It's so hard to enjoy it, but I try. And I went just because it was my daughter's first time seeing it.
Oh, wow.
She flipped her whole lid. She loved it. She loved it, They're throwing, because she, like, when she came here, she started taking flowers off of our altar and throwing it at us and being like, it's snow, and we're like, don't do that. So, like, as a little kid, you know how they have this rule now, like, don't take the maha flowers and throw it at each other, so they quick, like, put it away. So her and a bunch of little kids found the tubs of maha flowers, and they were just
going at it
with each other, and the brahmacharis are there like, hey, stop it, blah, blah, blah. My husband's like, just let them have fun, just stop. So, and how are you gonna yell at a 3-year-old?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And you're like 60.
Yeah.
So it was really like it's the best festival. Do you have a favorite festival? You don't.
Like as an entire festival, but I would count in multi-day festivals as one thing. Gopani.
Why?
Because it's a month of festivities. You got the Granga Market with these like good like waffles and these like burger things with like it's just like good food consistently for a month. I'm sure there's one day of fasting, but that's okay. And it's like you got like Navadwip Mandal Parikrama and Kirtan Mela and like it's all there, it's all happening, you know, like it's all like so yeah, if you're counting it as one festival, then yeah, Gopani definitely.
I guess.
If it's like just the day of the festival, then probably like I don't know actually. Nah, it's hard to say because they're all quite cool.
They're all nice.
They're all nice, yeah. In the Shrimati tradition, you have like a big abhishek, you know, like it's kind of fancy. It's cool.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Gorpurnima. I want to make a video where we do Prasadam Parikrama and we go all around Gauranga Market and just like eat our way around This is what I do at Gorpurnima. It's called Prasadam Parikrama. And I just go everywhere and just eat.
Just eat like
That's my parikrama. This is how I offer respect.
I kind of want to do something like that, but like across Mayapur, you know?
Yeah.
Like one evening, just go like everywhere. Take like as less as little as possible because you gotta like cover all the places, you know?
Yeah.
Take a tiny bit from everywhere and just see if you last that entire Mayapur. Just drive around, like eat.
And just eat.
Yeah.
There's quite a few places to eat here.
Yeah.
Some are
okay. Some are not okay.
Did you go to Shanti Tea Cafe yet?
Not yet. I want to go.
I want a taco so bad. I'm curious. Narayan better hook us up over there.
Yeah. Well, he better all this time spent, you know, not here at the podcast. Better be going to, you know, our reservations.
Exactly. Some kind of discount.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, like
help us team
like
up.
a discount and a triple digit would be nice. You know?
Yeah.
Like 100% discount.
Yeah. At least.
At least, yeah.
At least. You know what I'd like is like for places to be open during the day. You know what I mean? Like we don't have like all our restaurants are open at night.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want to eat something during the day that's not Mahaprasad shop.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you? I mean, straight up. I don't know how you probably do know it, but you know, like close to Manik, you have that guy that makes like Bengali stuff.
Which guy?
Soya sabji. I might eat soya.
Yeah, I eat soya.
So you get like, he makes, it's cheap.
Where?
It's like you go like you have,
on the road or in the shop?
So you have like Manik shop. You're going into Gornagar, so coming from the temple, passing Manik shop on your left. Okay. Going towards into Gornagar, and then like legit the next left, the same building as Manik shop. Just right around the left, there's like a little car parking there.
Really?
And you go inside, and the guy there, it's Bengali.
And he only makes soya sabji.
No, well that's like that's like his anything. He makes like, you know, he has rice like sida chao.
Yeah.
As Bengali, and like usually he makes like a full Bengali meal. It's cheap. It's not like anything fancy, but it's nice. Like it's nice for child. You know, it's not like bad. It's not. It's very cheap. Really good. And soy sabji is like
interesting.
And he used to make biryani once a week, but no, he doesn't.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. We're 30 minutes in, huh?
30 minutes. I'm looking to see if I can get that Trisha Paytas video up. This is an 11-minute video, not too bad. So, for those of you that don't know, Trisha Paytas is a problematic YouTuber. She regularly creates drama within the YouTube community. About a year ago, I looked her up. For some reason, she just came to my mind, and she said that she's a Hare Krishna. So, I mean, it only lasted like 2 weeks. It didn't, you know, she gave in at one point and ate steak or something, you know, for her wedding or whatever. So it didn't last particularly long. I don't think she has anything to do with Hare Krishnas or even, I don't think she reads anything about her faith or whatever. But I thought it'd be interesting for us to watch her and react to the video,
check it out.
one of her videos from that phase.
Yeah.
Even though it's a little dated.
Also,
I would love to
so
do.
there's a few videos of that.
There's a few videos where it's really interesting.
Really interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
So
let's see what's happening there.
So here's where I'm gonna put it up on the screen, so they won't just see us like looking down here.
Let's go.
So.
Okay, hi guys. So I just wanted to explain something really quick. So the videos that I've been posting, like the KFC one today, those were shot a couple weeks ago. You can peep my nails. I have pink nails that kind of got dirty yesterday or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't it, but it's fine. I don't really care about my nails right now. That's not what this is about. What this is about is like I've been on this like enlightenment spiritual journey for the past like 2 months, and like it really has helped meditation. You know, I've been doing everything from like just everything.
Okay, so first of all, my first take is like, how is she talking so fast?
She talks really fast.
And is she breathing in between?
You know, she once went on like, I think it was America's Got Talent, and this was her talent, was talking really fast.
Wow.
So she's like officially a fast talker.
Okay,
so
okay,
she does, you really have to like keep up. I do appreciate that she was searching. She was looking for meaning. So, you can't hate on people who are looking for
the
meaning.
meditative source energy, spirit guide, all that. I've just been reading everything, absorbing it all, and applying it all. I have a little Buddha back there you can't see, but which I've always loved Buddhism. But Hare Krishna is one that came to me and has really connected me the most to God. And Krishna is the Lord of all, basically the Lord of all eternals.
You got that right.
Eternals. So what I've learned from studying various religions is like God, Lord, all of it is one. And you know, maybe Jesus traveled to Buddha, and Buddha, you know what I mean? There's just we're all on the
He was probably like, what? Jesus traveled to
what you say?
What's happening? How did Jesus?
Yeah.
What did that?
I get
she gets it, and then she doesn't you're
it's like
getting
she's
it.
making a right point, but like the kind of stuff that she's saying is kind of like, what are you saying?
Yeah. So it's like you're there, but you're like not really there.
Yeah.
all derived from God, and Krishna is no different. And Krishna is the savior of all, like really like the beat. And damn, not quote black parade here, but and I just really felt the need to say this because I'm getting into this and learning. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a devotee of Hare Krishna right now. Like I haven't like learned that much about it. You know, I started with the yoga and chanting Hare Krishna. Bhavagati.
Okay.
What do you think she was trying to say there?
It was Bhagavad Gita.
It's Bhagavad Gita, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
just try it.
His teachings are so like even Gandhi was like, I don't worry, I don't stress. Like when stress or worry comes to me, because we are humans, stress and worry can come. Bhavagati's words, I hope I'm saying that right, like they just make sense.
She just said I'm not pronouncing that right.
That whatever happens,
You know she's not saying it right, so at least she's like honest. We just
Bhavagati's words, I hope I'm saying that right, like they just make sense. That whatever happened is good, whatever is happening now is good, and whatever will happen is good. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the past. Live in the present in the fullest, because that's all we have.
Do you know what verse that's from?
I guess that's an interpretation.
Right?
It's a...
She said that and I was like, where does that say?
I guess it's kind of
maybe it's in the Bhagavad Gita.
I feel like it's a liberal interpretation of the whole Sarvadharma Pariteja.
Oh.
It's kind of like forget about everything and all you do and just surrender.
And only surrender to Krishna.
Like close to the present essentially, and
but
don't worry about it.
But it's just like what?
But it's so like, yeah.
It's like hippified a little bit, like whatever's happening is good, what will happen is good, whatever happened is good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is that?
Yeah. In Bhagavad Gita.
In Bhagavad Gita.
But also know that we're not our bodies, and because we're eternal beings, we come into bodies, but we're not our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
all of that to say, I'm getting into like reading the teachings and doing the yoga and feeling these amazing vibrations through my body that's like, hey, you're on the right path. But one of the core, there's like some core principles of Hare Krishna, and one of them is, ironically,
I like how she's making this like, duh. Like, you know what I mean?
To have a plant-based vegan diet, to not eat meat. And so for the past few days, like, I've been going plant-based, and that was had like that difference, like, yeah, like mentally, but I just know that I'm not. So all I'm saying, that's just like, honestly, like, it made me feel sick, like, I was literally losing my life, I literally felt like poison myself, slowly poisoning myself, and then like, I'm a fan. But ultimately, like, there is a law of attraction too, like, what you put out. I mean, there's that element in Hare Krishna too, in Bhagavad teaching.
See, this is why I thought maybe she's saying Prabhupada, but she's also getting it confused with Bhagavad Gita.
Well, now she said Prabhupada, I think.
Something, right?
But ultimately, like, there is a law of attraction too, like, what you put out. I mean, there's that element in Hare Krishna too, in Bhagavad teaching.
Okay.
Right?
But yeah, it just kind of like was like, wow. And there's like so much more. I can't even think, like, I was consuming all this stuff. I'm just like, whoa, this makes sense. Change is the universe. We're always changing.
I don't know where it says that anywhere.
We're not our bodies. We're trying.
Okay, she's talking. Yeah, and I think she's talking about switching from body. The way how she's saying it. I feel like the language she's using is just so weird.
Yeah.
It's for the good. So, all that to say, like, yeah, I have probably like a few pre-recorded videos that show, but wow. Like, wow, you know, and I'm sorry if I haven't really even been keeping up, or like, I go online for a minute, I post my stuff, but like, wow, you know?
Wow.
Let your mind be clear. Have meditation, like, honestly, life-changing. If you a peaceful life, if you have doubt, you need to get rid of all doubt and just know that where you are is where you're meant to be.
I'm inspired.
And everything, past, present, future is good. Everything that's happened is good.
So what do you think?
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. It's cool that she's kind of took it up. Well, apparently, yeah, only 2 weeks later she kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
Still,
could you imagine if she took it seriously though? Like,
that'd be cool. How famous is she?
She has a couple channels, and the one that we just watched that video on has 5 million subscribers. So like a lot of people kind of.
Like the comment. What did the comment say?
Well, the comments. I mean, everybody hates her, so the comments are not.
Oh, everyone hates her usually.
Yeah.
Well, so that's not a very good
so
outlook on this.
It's not great. It's like let's see what the top ones are. LMAO. This is to recover from the bunny chairs. Nice try, Trish. She can't give up cheese. I know this isn't gonna last. She said she's been vegan for a few days, but ate KFC 8 hours ago and mac and cheese yesterday. I'm pretty sure she learned about Hinduism today too, not a few months ago. You were more believable when you thought you were a chicken nugget. Trisha, eating a greasy KFC bucket 7 hours later. I'm officially vegan. If I ever sound like Trisha when I'm explaining myself, I hope someone just puts me out of my misery.
Okay, so it's not very...
So people don't...
But I feel like that's specifically because she's usually not taken seriously.
Yeah. So, it got to a point where a lot of people were like, you're culturally appropriating, Trisha, you can't just like be Hindu now. And then at that time I was in America, and I got on TikTok and was like, I'm not like an official spokesman for the Hare Krishna community, but we're fine with this. Like, I get that she's a troll and whatever, and she's a drama queen, but like, you know, our whole philosophy is about finding your true self.
Yeah.
And she's on some kind of path.
Yeah.
And whether or not it's sincere, it's not for us to judge. Yeah. She gets some kind of benefit from it. Mm-hmm. She, you know, made a lot of other people aware of about Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, who knows? Maybe even if a single one of those, however many views does that have? How many views does that have?
It's got 159,775.
Just imagine one of those people takes this seriously and decides to look up Krishna consciousness and becomes a devotee.
Right. You never know.
Yeah,
they get curious and they go to the temple or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. So...
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, how should I say, thing to look at.
Yeah. See, and here's the thing, here's the speculation, is that she started looking into Hare Krishna stuff.
Yeah.
Because at that same time, on a show called 90 Day Fiancé, have you ever seen it or you know about it? There's a show called 90 Day Fiancé. I couldn't exactly tell you what the premise is, but it's low-key addicting to watch. But there was a white lady named Jenny who was dating an Indian guy, and then she moved to India for him, but she wouldn't marry him, or he wouldn't marry her, because like his parents wouldn't agree, and there was like a whole thing. So at one point, their lawyer was like, Jenny, why don't you just become a Hare Krishna? So they had like a couple episodes, I guess, about it. So then like lots of people watched it, and then they became aware of Hare Krishnas, and they had, I mean, really, they like went to the temple, they met the temple president, there was some preaching, she chanted Hare Krishna, it was like a whole thing. So that's kind of how that trickled into Trisha Paytas then learning about Hare Krishna, and maybe other people too. We should watch that one, that one's pretty funny. One day. If you want to do it today, we can. I don't know what, our time is almost over. But yeah, so it was interesting that for like a brief moment in time, we were like kind of popular.
in its own weird twisted way.
Yeah, in like a weird way where like it was just the most far out thing, because this lawyer is like, Jenny, become Hare Krishna, and she was like, okay, let me go check out the temple, and then she goes to the temple, and they're like, yeah, you can be Hare Krishna and all this stuff, and she's like, great, so can you give me a visa? What is it called? That visa?
Invitation.
Yeah, like a visa. What do you call it?
Letter to get a visa.
Yeah, but what's the letter?
Invitation.
But like the type of visa. It's like the one where you're preaching missionary. So she's like, okay, good. Could you give me the letter for a missionary visa? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
You have to actually live here. And you have to actually follow it.
Yeah.
You know. So you can't just be a white lady. It was just like the weirdest thing, you know. Like, I don't know why I feel like the guy was like, how can you stay here? Their lawyer, who I guess is clearly not a very good lawyer, you know, is like, she's white, maybe she can be Hare Krishna. Like, no, the two don't.
She's white.
Correlate.
She's white. Maybe she can be Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Like, and the temple's like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It was a pretty funny episode for me. As a Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
But if there's like things happening in like recent like times, I would love for us to react to that. I mean, we're not usually on the radar. Usually nothing's going on.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting.
I think that was pretty good, and we had some interesting conversations today.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about each other.
Went a little bit abstract, but
a little random, which I mean, why not?
Yeah, like aliens and dancing and all that.
Yeah. And aliens and yeah, it wasn't too bad. And next week we'll have Govinda, who's an astrologer, and we'll learn more about astrology. So I think we've got some good, interesting things lined up for this year.
Let's go.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Don't get discouraged by this one episode.
It was fine. I thought you were fine. You know what? Leave a comment if you thought he was fine. You were fine.
That was okay.
It was okay. You're nervous. Do you feel a little nervous?
Nah, that's not right.
It's a little weird just talking to nobody, right?
It's just the topics were a bit.
Well, what do you want to talk about? We can talk about anything.
We didn't have anything, so.
We had lots of things. We talked about dancing, aliens, Trisha Paytas. We had lots to talk about.
So subscribe for more interesting content.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching our show. Check out the links below to find out more about us and show your support. We are not just here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Be good to each other and be good to yourselves. And thank you for being damn good. And here it is, this week's Harinam.